What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So, Jesus Christ, God, I swear to God, I know, because the Eagles have draft capital, we're gonna hear so much different news, speculation, and other things going to the season. I think one position that is gonna be talked about a lot, even though the front office has said that the quarterback position is set. There has been some news coming out. And Jakeem Media Sports, if you guys don't know, that is a YouTube channel. Some of the Eagles beat writers like John McMullen is on it. A few other guys, they have special guests and things like that. But from Dan Sileo, unfortunately, Dan Sileo, he's come out with good news over the years, bad news over the years. Sometimes his sources aren't great, but take this with a grain of salt as well. So it says that Dan Sileo, Eagles GM Howie Rosmean, has contacted Texans GM Nick Caserio about a potential deal for Deshaun Watson. I mean, these rumors just don't go away. Now, we knew when Brian Flores got fired from Miami to go to the Texans, we figured that would be perfect because Brian Flores really wanted a Deshaun Watson trade to happen when Miami's front office didn't want it to happen, but, that happened. But when it comes down to a trade like this, we have no idea what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Okay, number one, before the 2021 season started, they would not announce a starting quarterback. I mean, why didn't they announce a starting quarterback? Yeah, after OTAs, training camp, even through preseason, they still wouldn't even announce a quarterback. And then when the season's over, Jalen Hurts is our quarterback now for next year, for this year in 2022. Okay. They had such a quick answer to him being the starting quarterback. And I think, yes, he's earned his starting spot. And obviously this draft is so bad. And, I didn't think we were going to go after a veteran free agent or trading for a quarterback. So I said to myself, we're going to have to roll with Jalen Hurts for 1 year, trade back one of your first round picks for 2023. And then you can go after a Bryce Young when you have more security with your draft capital going into that season. Whether the season is good or bad, at least we have some assurance that we have picks, we have capital to move forward with another quarterback if Jalen Hurts isn't the guy in 2022. But with Deshaun Watson, I just don't know what's going on with him. I've been trying to look up things. I mean, the last thing I probably heard about this case is he's tried to settle with a lot of these women. He tried to settle on some money, paying some of these women just to end this and get this over with, and nothing has happened yet. That's really all I've heard recently about this whole Deshaun Watson thing. Okay, now when Howie Rosmean at the end of the year press conference in 2021 saying that Jalen Hurts is a starting quarterback and they're going to follow the same philosophy they have been following, to think that he could build a championship team. Okay, I don't believe Howie Rosmean is not looking at quarterbacks. Okay, I don't. Even during the season, he went to the Sam Howell, Kenny Pickett game this past year himself. He went there himself. Howie Rosmean never, ever goes to a game personally to scout. It has never happened. So all of a sudden, they showed him on TV, had the binoculars on, and yeah, now we try to figure out what is going on with Howie Rosmean. We've heard the rumors about Jeffrey Lurie wanting to give Hurts more time, and then Howie Rosmean wanted to move on. I don't know which side to believe, and I don't know what is true and what is not. What I can say is this. Howie Rosmean likes to be very quiet, and he likes to give a lot of smoke screens out so other teams don't know what the Eagles are doing. He could want every other team in the league to know that, or to believe that the Eagles are going to keep Jalen Hurts as the quarterback next year, because he's not going to tell you that they're moving on. He's not going to talk bad about a player, and he's going to say his PR statements that he usually does every single year. Okay, so I really don't know what's going to happen, but just Deshaun Watson is 25 years old. Okay, he's 25. You have a lot of time, 25, 26, something like that. You have a lot of time to build around Deshaun Watson. Does this mean if they trade for Deshaun Watson, does it mean that they're going to be a championship team this year? Definitely not. But I think when you do a trade like this, it's not a Matthew Stafford trade where you give away 2 first-round picks, you trade Jared Goff away, and you give away 2 first-round picks, and then you just start giving away all your picks, to and spending all your cap space to have a complete championship team to make a good run. I just don't think the Eagles are in the market to do that. I'm not saying it's going to be just like how, obviously, the Rams have done it. They don't have a first-round pick till 2024. I mean, they gave away 6 first-round picks since 2018. I don't think the Eagles are going to do anything like that in a trade like this if that were to happen. And then it's the money situation because then you got to pay him on top of everything else. So I understand we've talked about Aaron Rodgers, which is high. I doubt it. Okay, Russell Wilson is another one that everyone's been talking about. 2 first-round picks for Russell Wilson. You trade for Russell Wilson. That's already old as it is. Didn't have a good season or was injured this year. And obviously the Eagles have a really good offensive line, so bring Russell Wilson here would be fantastic, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it because I think the Eagles just need to keep building this whole entire roster. Because at this point, your cap's going to take a big effect. Plus, you gave out new contracts to Avonte Maddox and Jordan Mailata and Josh Sweat and some of these other guys on top of it. Then you got to pay Miles Sanders soon. So Dallas Goedert got a big contract. So, I mean, there's a lot of contracts, that the Eagles need to figure out, in the future. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players that we need to see what the future of some of these players are. So, I don't know what is going on with this whole thing with Deshaun Watson, but if it was me, I would stay clear of it. I honestly, I would just, at this point, I would stay with Jalen Hurts next year. As much as, some fans don't want it and some fans do. I at least will get an answer by 2022 if Hurts is going to be the answer, at least by between week 10 to 12. I mean, at least at that time during this season coming up, that I'll know if Jalen Hurts is the franchise quarterback. I don't think you need statistics. I don't think you really need much of anything but your 2 eyes looking at him to see if he's doing the same repetitive crap he's been doing. Not to say that he has played horrible, but he has been a lot better since the beginning of the season, to the end of 2021, definitely. But there's still, there's still a lot of flaws with the anticipation. Obviously, not these receivers are not being as productive as they should be. So going for Deshaun Watson is something that, they could do it. I have no control over it. If they do it, great. We have a quarterback. Jalen Hurts is going to be the backup. Or maybe they ship Jalen Hurts to Houston, most likely. That's what I'm probably going to guess what's going to happen. So take everything with a grain of salt, guys, with this. It's going to be talked about a lot. We're going to be talking about quarterbacks a lot, which I don't want to, but I'll have no choice to because it's speculation, and Eagles have a lot of draft capital. When a team has a lot of draft capital, they will link every single player of need that this team needs all offseason long, and that's just the way it's going to be, unfortunately. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Deshaun Watson coming to the Eagles, a trade in the works. Howie Rosmean giving a phone call to the Texans GM. And we all know from last year, guys, like at the end of last season, 2020, I should say, they were making calls. They were monitoring the situation. There was a rumor that Howie Rosmean hired a private investigator to go into this Deshaun Watson rumor, to go into the Deshaun Watson allegations and what's going on with him. So I believe that they really had strong interest. And I think they tried to get him at one point to see if he would be cheaper at that point with everything going on. But obviously, it's definitely going to cost more once Deshaun Watson is out of the allegations or whatever's going on with his case. So don't mean to make this a long video, but it's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. And then on top of everything else, you get Deshaun Watson in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform, and then you got to make sure that this guy's not going to get into any more trouble because then you're going to be paying him a big contract. It all comes to account at the end of the day. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Was Deshaun Watson going to be traded to the Eagles? Do you think this is legit? Do you think there is at least a little bit of interest to where the Eagles are definitely monitoring the situation, not just for Deshaun Watson, but any quarterbacks that can become available for the Eagles? You guys let me know, and I will see you guys later. SHAKESQUAD up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.